Hey everyone, this training is going to be focusing on engagement and starting conversations. Now that you know what to post and when to post, it's important to know what you can do to make sure that your posts are getting the engagement that you're looking for. Then we're going to transition and talk about how you can turn that engagement into conversations. So when you're posting on Facebook and Instagram, we know when to post, we know what to post. Now there are some certain tricks that you can do to make sure that your post is constantly being rejuvenated and bumped back up to the top of people's feed. We'll start with Facebook. The first thing that you can do is, when you do your original post, refrain from tagging yourself. The reason being is that when you tag yourself 24 to 48 hours after the original post goes up, it bumps that post to the top of people's news feeds, giving them a second chance to see it. So refrain from tagging and tag yourself 24 to 48 hours after the original post goes up. And this goes for other people in your post as well. If you have a group picture, you can go up 24 hours later and tag yourself, 24 hours later after that, tag another coach or another friend, and you can keep doing that until everyone's tagged and you're getting the most engagement. This also applies with comments. If someone comments on your picture, our immediate reaction is to reply right away. We're excited that they're engaged and that they're excited. But if you hold off, you can again rejuvenate your post up to the top of people's news feeds. So if somebody posts that they're interested in your boot camp or they're excited about the coaching opportunity, go ahead and message them and reach out, but refrain from commenting or replying to their comment and do that 24 hours later. So a lot of times I might message someone and say, hey, I saw your comment on the post, on my post. That's awesome. What interests you the most about it? But then 24 hours later, I'll reply and say, hey girl, I just messaged you. Let me know when you get it. Something simple like that. It seems really authentic, but it's going to rejuvenate that post. When it comes to Instagram, this is a little different. Your posts won't be rejuvenating, but there is a way to make sure that your posts are being seen by the most people. And that is by utilizing the location, the geotags, the hashtags, and your Instagram stories. So we're going to start with location. Anytime you put up a post, anytime you put up something in your Instagram story, you have the opportunity to tag the location. This is super important because it gives other people in that location the opportunity to find this post when they're looking at their location. So if I live in Westchester, Pennsylvania. I do the location Westchester, Pennsylvania for all of my posts. When I travel, I do the geotag of where I am. When I'm in Thailand, I hashtag Thailand. If I'm doing a throwback picture to when I was in Brazil, I do the location Brazil. The reason I do that, even though I'm not there, is because someone might be looking at that location, interested in a vacation, and they might come across your post. And it's just a way to get different eyes on you. Not just the people in your own location, but people that are researching others. Next is hashtags. We all know a little bit about hashtags and how it's a big trend to use them in your posts. But you can actually use this trend to help with your business growth. What you want to do is you want to refrain from using hashtags in your post. You instead want to put them in the comments underneath your post. So say you put up a team picture and you talk about your team. Go ahead and post that. Then in the comments, you want to put all of your hashtags. And the reason you do this is because it looks much more professional, much more clean, but it's also duplicatable. So I have in my notebook on my phone or in a Word document on my computer, I have the hashtags that I love for when I travel. I have the hashtags that I love for food posts. I have the hashtags that I love for posts about boot camps and coaching. So I can easily copy and paste those hashtags into the comments without taking too much time. When you put a hashtag up, that post is going to still only be shown in that hashtag as when the original post went up. So if you wait 24 hours to put up a hashtag, you still can. People still might be able to find you when they search that hashtag, but you're going to be buried under all the posts that went up since that original post. So it's important that you have your hashtags ready to copy and paste. You're able to use 30 hashtags for any given post on Instagram. So what I do is I took some time out of my day, I identified things that I love that are unique to me, and I created my first 15 hashtags based off of my unique personality. So I have hashtag dog mom, hashtag blonde girl, hashtag Westchester, hashtag team relentless, that's my team, hashtag book nerd, hashtag do you travel. These are things, different parts of my personality that I love. They may not pertain to what I'm posting about, but they pertain to me. And these are super important because the people that you're going to vibe the best with are going to be people similar to you. So by using these hashtags, you're going to find like-minded people. The second set of 15 is what I kind of vibe towards what the post is. So if it's a fitness post, I might do hashtag getting fit. I might do hashtag fitness journey, things that are related to fitness. Philly fitness, Westchester fitness, hashtag Nike, hashtag Fabletics if I'm wearing their clothes, things like that that are going to catch the eye of people interested in fitness. I do the same for food. I have separate 15 hashtags that are hashtag what diet, hashtag feed me and tell me I'm pretty, hashtag cooking 101, things that pertain to nutrition. These 30 hashtags, the 15 that pertain to me and the 15 that pertain to my post, get lumped together and put in one comment underneath the post. This is super important to getting eyeballs and getting new followers. What hashtags to choose? So I already told you a little bit about choosing your personal hashtags, but when you choose your hashtags that pertain to the post, you can do a little bit of research to make sure that you're using the hashtags that are going to work the best. There are so many hashtags out there, and some of them are so widely used or so specific that it's very difficult for them to benefit your post. If you do hashtag fitness, there might be 42 million other posts that have hashtag fitness. So it's not going to be that likely that someone's going to see your post, because if so many people are using that hashtag, it's going to get buried. So what I do is when I'm taking the time to figure out my hashtags and get them saved in my phone, I go into Instagram, I hit the search button. Under the search button, you'll see at the top bar of people, places, hashtags. I click hashtags. I type in the hashtag that I want to use. It'll show me the number of posts associated with that hashtag at that moment. I try to keep that number anywhere between 100,000 and maybe 300, 400,000. That way, it's not too specific. It's not hashtag Corey Muller where no one else is using hashtag Corey Muller, so no one else is going to see my post. But it's also not too broad that it's getting buried. If you want to have a couple that are up in the millions, 1, 2, 3 million, that's okay. But once you get above that, you're really just going to get lost in the feed. So take the time to do that. It's going to be worth it. And then every quarter or so, I might go in and revamp my hashtags, because at that point, people have already been using them. They've already seen mine. I might just be getting the same eyes on my posts. So I might go in the summer and change it and add, hashtag summer feels, hashtag vacation mode. Where in the fall, I might go in and do hashtag pumpkin spice latte. In the winter, I might do hashtag holiday season. Just a few different tweaks here and there to revamp it and get some new eyes and new excitement on my posts. Using your Instagram stories. There is a way, if your Instagram profile is a business profile, you can choose between personal and business. If it's business, you can sync it to, actually this applies for both, business or personal. You can sync it to your Facebook stories. Instagram has since bought Facebook, so you can sync everything. You can sync it so that when you put up a story on Instagram and your Instagram stories, it goes into your Facebook stories super easy, and it's a great way to easily catch people's attention. Instagram stories is a huge trend right now, and it's something that you should be utilizing. It's a great way for people to see the real you. A lot of times I keep my Instagram posts few and far in between. I might have 2 or 3 during the day, but in my Instagram my Instagram stories, I can snap me shaking up my shake. I can snap a picture of the kids painting. I can do a picture of my dog and I on a hike, and they can kind of see the behind the scenes of who I really am highlight reel. In your Instagram stories, you can also hashtag and do your location. I highly recommend this as well. When you do the hashtag, you can only add one hashtag. If you swipe up and you get the hashtag logo where you can enter in your hashtag, it only lets you do that once. But then if you type in hashtag, you can add up to 14 more hashtags in your individual story posts. So take advantage of that. If you don't want it to look too like jumbled with all those words, you can even shrink it down, put it in the corner. If it's white text, you can put it in a white background so it blends right in and it doesn't take away from the visual effect of your story. Another thing that has become widely popular and is a great way to interact with people is using polls within your stories. Again, swipe up, click poll, you can type a question, and you can type 2 answer options. A lot of times I'll say, let me know, what do you struggle more with, fitness or nutrition? When people vote, I can then go back. You have to make sure you do it within 24 hours before your Instagram story disappears, but you can go back, see who voted, and that's a great way to start a conversation. Reach out and say, hey, I saw you voted on my poll. I struggle with nutrition too. What's your biggest obstacle when it comes to eating right? It's a great way to start a conversation. It's a great way to get people hyped and engaging with you and building a relationship. Now let's shift gears and talk about starting conversations. So there are lots of different ways you can start conversations. The easiest way, my favorite way to start a conversation, is simply reaching out to the people engaging with your posts. I do this on both Facebook and Instagram. When people like my posts, I reach out and I say, hey girl, I saw that you liked my post from the other day. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the love and support. How are you doing? If it's a post particular to food or to fitness, I might say, thank you so much for your support on my page and liking my post from the other day. Are you on a health and fitness journey yourself? Have you been trying out new recipes yourself? I always end these messages with a question. And the reason that I do that is because it engages them to respond. It makes them want to continue the conversation. But it's such an easy way to start up a conversation, and it doesn't even have to do with Beachbody. I can see, I did a post about the fact that I'm an insomnia sufferer. I had over 100 people comment giving me advice on what they do when they have trouble sleeping. I reached out to every single one of those people. Nothing about health and fitness. I simply said, hey, thank you so much for your advice on my post about insomnia. It's something that I really struggle with, and I'm really excited that I have so many new suggestions to try and help me get into a better sleeping pattern. How are you? You do not need to reach out and have it solely about health and fitness. It's awesome when it pertains to that, like when you're responding or messaging someone who engaged with a health and fitness or a nutrition post. But when you're not, don't force the conversation. Just get the conversation started. Let them know that you're interested in them. And the way that this is going to work out, it can go one of 2 ways. When you pique interest into someone and have genuine interest in what they're doing and what they're interested in, what's going on in their life, they're likely to look at your page and see what's going on in your life. They might even reach out and say, hey, I'm doing so well. I saw you're doing fantastic. You look amazing in your pictures. How are you? That's a great way to then sideswipe into health and fitness. But if it doesn't work that way, if you're just simply talking about insomnia or whatever it might be, just keep the conversation going. It's building a relationship, and then it's going to make your inviting later on that much easier because you have an authentic foundation to your relationship. There are a couple other ways that I reach out to people. I reach out to people when it's their birthday. So Facebook does a great job of letting us know when it's someone's birthday. Instead of going down and writing on everyone's timeline, I send them a quick message. It's a lot more personable, and it's going to get a conversation started. So I might say, hey girl, happy birthday. I just wanted to reach out and send you some love. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Do you have any fun plans to celebrate? Again, I'm ending it with a question. I'm getting them intrigued and getting a conversation going. Last but not least, there's the general, hey girl. This is when you're scrolling through your feed or you're checking out someone's profile and you see something that they posted that's a common interest of yours. Maybe they posted a picture of them hiking with their dog. I might reach out and say, Hey girl, I saw your post of you hiking with your dog. That looks like a great spot. I'm always looking for new places to explore. Where did you go? Ended with a question. Hey girl, I just saw your new profile page and you look amazing. That dress looks fantastic on you. Where did you get it? Hey girl, I just saw your post that your little girl turned 2. That's amazing. My niece just turned 2 in May. Are you doing anything fun to celebrate her birthday? Hey, I just saw your vacation pictures. That looks amazing. I've never been there, but I've always wanted to go. What did you think? These are all different ways that you can get conversations started without pushing any products, without sounding salesy, but you're just focusing on genuine interest between you and this person and building that relationship. We're going to talk about how to invite later in this training, but this is the solid foundation that you need to get those invites started. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions, let us know.